Yo, what's going on, guys? It's Mac here from Cryptstar Staking, your #1 source of DeFi crypto news on the tube, and your #1 source of degen information. Yes, today we do have another wonderful hidden gem that I want to go ahead and introduce to you guys. It is called Change Finance. Now, Change Finance is a decentralized app, basically, and that connects different blockchains to each other, and you can do cross-chain transactions. You can kind of conglomerate all of your different assets from all the different chains all into one app, into one chain, however you want to do it. But basically what happens is you take your private key or whatever, your ledger device, hopefully in the future, and you connect it to the Change Finance app, and then it actually takes all of your assets from all the different chains that are registered on the app, and you can see them in the dashboard on your iPhone. So it's really cool. They also have really cool features such as spot trading, futures trading, and puts and calls and all that sort of really awesome sort of decentralized finance things that you can't really do on a lot of these decentralized dexes. And especially you cannot do these things on your iPhone or your phone device in such a nice with such a nice sort of what do you call it, UI, user interface. And they have a really nice interface. So if you guys want to take a look, I would just download the Change Finance to your iPhone right now and check it out as we go along in this video. I'm not going to go ahead and go through everything on the iPhone just because it is very complicated. This is not a tutorial. This is just an introduction. So we're going to be talking about the tokenomics as well as the team and as well as their marketing and all of the stuff that I think is really bullish for this. Well, it's not a blockchain technically, this project, I guess you could call it. And so, yeah, before we get started, go ahead and make sure you guys hit up the channel, like and subscribe as usual, and go ahead and follow me on Twitter if you want more degenerate DeFi news and you don't want to have to go on the tube. All right, let's go ahead and jump right in, guys. So, Change Finance. They recently updated their brand, as it says here on the main website, and they have a really nice UI here. It kind of does a basic introduction to their app. Basically, what the whole point of this is to go ahead and swap any token on any change using the Change aggregated DEX. So it takes Uniswap, SushiSwap, all those different dexes, and it's an aggregate for all those dexes. And they also have their own, decentralized dex built on a different blockchain. Okay, so that's basically what it is. This is their website. It's basically designed for everyday person, so you can go on your phone. Like for example, I was in Thailand last year, and I met this guy. But he basically lives out there, chilling off the land, and he just basically trades on his iPhone. So this is like a godsend to somebody like him, who all he does for work pretty much is do a few trades every couple of days, makes a couple bucks, and then just lives the life. So this is the kind of that's the kind of thing that this kind of people that this DApp was made for. The next generational DeFi ecosystem powered by Change. So earn up to 12.28% APY on stables, so you can actually just deposit your USDT on there and earn a really good APY, and there's no permanent loss. There's all sorts of really cool features. I would recommend jumping in and checking out derivatives market, because I'm trying to learn more about it. I really have no idea how it works. It's a really cool way to go ahead and buy, put, and call options on some of your favorite cryptos. So yeah, I don't think they have ledger integration yet, which is just one thing that was kind of put me off about this project, but you know what, the DApp is really cool, and I think if you have an Apple iPhone, then you're pretty secure, so I'm not too worried about it. But there's a lot of videos, a lot of tutorials, because the app is rather complicated, but it's meant to be all your banking needs, all of your DeFi banking needs, all on one app. It's all supposed to be in one place, so that's why it is so complicated. But I think the way they put it together is actually extremely intuitive. So let's take a look at sort of the different things you can do on the DApp. They do not have, from my knowledge, you cannot actually access the DApp from a browser. You need to go ahead and download the app and use it on your iPhone or your Android device. But you could use it, I think, if you could actually download the app on your Silicon Mac, I believe, then that would be supported, because you can download iPhone apps onto your Silicon Mac and Silicon Mac, and then just do all of the stuff from there, which is kind of cool. That's one reason I really like Macs. Okay, so they have different trading pairs, of course. They also have a lot of information. Here they have Fusion Network. So it's powered by Fusion Network, which maybe you guys haven't heard that much about, but it's a blockchain. It's a blockchain that has some really special features that that work very well for the Change, basically cross-chain bridge, as well as all the other features they have. So I don't know how to describe it. It's like a deep DeFi all-in-one app. So it's pretty crazy, guys. Currently, when you go ahead and take a look at the market cap here, The market cap is only about $45 million, so it's still a rather baby market cap, especially considering the DApp and everything that's already come out. If this was a bull market, I could see this definitely being up there to five to $15 billion market cap. So, at least a good 10x from here, I think, is quite possible, even more than that. And it has been steadily rising over time as more users go into the DApp, because the really special part about this blockchain is that there was no initial token sale or anything. You actually just have to buy the tokens in order to do the cross-chain swap. So if you want to use the app and you want to do cross-chain swaps and use the different features, you have to buy the CHAINGE token, which is what is causing this the appreciation of the price here. So they go into detail in a lot of Medium articles, and I'm not going to cover all of it, because if you take a look at their Medium articles here, sorry, there it is. You can see there's like so many CHNGE Medium articles. They are always out there making new articles. I did try and grab some of the main articles. So I like to talk about this one, introducing the CHNGE token. This one is very important, okay, to go ahead and read through and talk about. Like I said, there is no token sale at all, and the team also has no allocation of change. So the company itself, basically, they're earning money through the DApp, and then they go ahead and I think they earn change tokens actually, and by you doing the transactions, and then they can either sell those or keep them for the team, and they also use them to buy back and burn change. So, and for a lot of their collaborations, if you want to get put on their DApp, then you have to pay them to go ahead and have your blockchain put on the DApp. And that's how they make money as a company with all these different partnerships. So which blockchain will the CHNGE token use? CHNGE is using the Fusion network, like I mentioned it, but it's because of Fusion's brilliant tech and DCRM cross-chain technology. CHNGE can easily and smoothly be routed to Ethereum network or BSC. So all the different basically Ethereum forks are are compatible with the Fusion network, and they also have Aleph0 and a lot of other my favorite cryptos on the CHNGE app, and they're fully supported. As long as you have the same 12-word mnemonic that you use for the different chains, they can actually pick up all of your data across a lot of chains. So does the CHNGE token have a token sale? And the answer is no. The CHNGE ecosystem token will not be part of any token sale. All CHNGE will be distributed to the community for free in exchange for performing various tasks. So you're able to get an airdrop if you went ahead and did a lot of the tasks. I think it was like 1,000 CHNGE for 1,000 points or something like that. Does the team or company have any allocation of change? And that's no, which is kind of interesting to me. I really want to dive in and see exactly what their revenue stream is, but it does seem like CHNGE is the core of the app itself. It's what it's the blood that keeps the app going. So yeah, how does CHNGE the company make money? So like I mentioned, there are multiple ways of monetization for CHNGE as a company. Some of them are evident and can be shared as of now, and some are in progress. More information will be released at a later stage. The key thing is CHNGE users will pay a small fee to the company in a decentralized way when starting the use of the automated financial services built within the application. Examples of such services are cross-chain swaps, getting loans or open up auto aggregations, split accounts with friends and partners. So to gain the full features of the app, you're going to have to pay a small fee to the CHNGE company, which is cool. I think that's a really good way to keep the company going. You can't work for free. So yeah, it makes a lot of sense to me. Does CHNGE token have value? Is CHNGE a kind of governance token? No, it's not a CHNGE governance token, and there is no value. There was no token sale. This is all basically so the SEC doesn't come after them. And basically, they will use, as a company, they will use 25% of the profits to buy back CHNGE from DEX and burn every quarter. So this means CHNGE holders virtually holding 25% shares of CHNGE, although CHNGE holders do not receive any dividends. But de facto, using 25% of the CHNGE profit to buy back and burn implies that the holders share in the success of the company. So there's lots of uses for the CHNGE token. I'm not going to really jump into it, but yeah. I think this last one here is how do you get the CHNGE token? So we're planning a stage release in the product in order to engage communities. It's actually on several exchanges, I believe. So you can kind of take a look here, and then you can scroll down and you can see where can you buy the CHNGE token. Oh, markets, here you go. So you can buy it on gate.io, you can buy it on Buybox. It looks like the best option to buy it is probably on MEXC right now, but I think MEXC is having a lot of issues with, I don't know, I've just heard a lot of rumors. There's always rumors when right before the market tanks, and it's usually, they don't amount to anything. Or they amount to really big things like they did with FTX. But anyways, not going to get into that. You can buy CHNGE here on MEXC and then transfer it to the DApp. on your phone. And I believe you can actually stake change if you don't plan to use the DApp right away. You can stake it for like 1 or 2% APR. And I'm not sure what the withdrawal time is for that, but yeah, it's okay. I wouldn't actually stake it for 1 or 2% APR. It doesn't seem like it's worth it to me. I would just buy the token and hold a bag on your iPhone. And then it'll probably go up in value because the company, like they mentioned in the Medium article, the company is going to go ahead and buy back and burn every 25% of their profits every quarter. So during a bull market, that's going to be even more because there'll be more users. But as of right now in the bear market, there's not so many users, so the buyback and burn is not great. But as we saw in the charts, the price has gone slowly up ever since October, right? Well, so is Bitcoin, but yeah, well, Bitcoin started going up I think in January, right? So it's kind of followed Bitcoin more or less, but you can see these huge spikes from like 8 cents to 11 cents, and then it kind of comes back down to consolidate. So yeah, let's go ahead and check out this, not the brand update. Let's check out this taking cross-chain to new heights. This is one of their first articles on Medium. So take a look. Down here it really states, I think, the 5 main points of cross-chain swaps. So moving tokens from one chain to another without having to go through a token bridge. Very useful. Token bridges can be very, very expensive. Utmost simplicity and speed, performing any cross-chain transaction with just a couple taps on your iPhone, like I mentioned. Very nice. You get to save money having very low fees and skipping useless steps to complete cross-chain transactions. So you don't have to sign a million transactions. You can just do it straight from your iPhone, and it uses the Fusion network in the background. You get complete security and reduce the risk of losing your assets since our app is 100% decentralized. Well, I would say that you still always have some risk, especially when it comes to DeFi. But like I said, if you're using an iPhone, the chances of your iPhone getting hacked or maybe broken into by your wife or your lover or something, but that's on you. Basically, yeah, there's always a chance of that happening. And then 100% privacy. All cross-chain operations are in stealth mode. So, well, we would say stealth mode, but yeah, if you're going from one chain to the other, it's really hard to track that kind of action, especially if you're doing it from a DApp on your iPhone. So yeah, I'm not gonna go too deep into the deep tech here, but I do want to talk about some of their marketing strategies as well as their Twitter account. So take a look here at their Twitter account. I just took a screenshot today. They do have 124k followers. I think last summer it was around 100k, so they've gone up about almost 25k followers. They're extremely active. Like I mentioned, they do make a lot of Medium articles, and like I said, this is really focused on not only simplicity, but it also has very complex features available to day traders who just want to go to the beach, sit on the beach, make a few trades, make a few bucks, and then just sit back and relax. All right, so yeah, let's go ahead and take a look. They also did a really nice brand upgrade, and I think they did a really good job with this. And like I mentioned, there's a lot of Change people on CT. They all really love Change, and that's one of the reasons I made this video, is because for you guys, y'all asked me to make this video, so that's why I'm kind of jumping into it. But I really do like the branding of Change. They did a really nice job with it. One thing that you guys can't see here, but they don't really have an icon. They don't really have an icon up here, which kind of drives me a bit crazy. And also some of the links on their website, they do tend to break a little bit. So this was one thing that kind of messed with me. Now it seems to be working fine, but sometimes I have an SSL error whenever I go to the market tab. But besides that, it seems like it's good. And maybe it's just a glitch on my computer. But they do have support of all these different networks. Like I mentioned, they have support for AS0, so you can see your AS0 tokens on the Change wallet. You cannot stake your AS0 there yet, but it's quite possible with the partnership between Change and AS0 that staking service will be added in the future, and then the AS0 team will probably pay Change to develop this on their DApp, so that way AS0 doesn't have to start from the ground, creating an iPhone DApp. They can just focus on, supporting Nova Wallet and supporting Change, the company, and then as a Change holder, you're a 25% stakeholder, right? Because they do the buyback and burn. So that's how they can, that's how basically you can make money. And I think it's a very sustainable project. And I do like this actually kind of centralization of the dev team. They're really working on making a great decentralized app using decentralized technology, but the team itself is very focused and the leadership is very strong. So yeah, that's really good, exciting for me. I really like the Change project. Let me know what you guys think in the comments below. Do you guys have Change? Are you guys going to go ahead and get some after this video? Or do you guys have any other products you want to go ahead and cover in a future awesome YouTube video here on the channel? Let me know in the comments. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you for viewing and have an awesome day, guys. Peace out.
Bro, we need to pump it. Everybody, go to Twitter and hashtag the things, pump it. You know, pump it real good. We need a good pump. Everybody deserves a nice Tezos pump.